Natural disasters such as a tsunami can contaminate water and bring many diseases. We have come up with a cooking system to purify water made out of commonly found objects. In this video, we will demonstrate how to make the cooking system.
Okay, here are our materials. We have 2 soda cans. These are Diet Mountain Dew, but they can be any. 2 coat hangers. A washed out coffee can. Heat denatured alcohol. You could also use rubbing alcohol. It just burns dirty. This is a Allen key that we ground to a sharp point, but you could also grind down a regular door key. And then this is a utility knife blade. And we also have pliers to help bend out our soda cans, which we will explain later. Using a utility knife blade and sharpened Allen key, and then the soda cans will also be sharp. You may want an adult helper.
We have cut the bottoms off of 2 soda cans. We cut it with a razor blade, but you can also use a knife, scissors, or tin snips. When doing this, you might want to have adult supervision, because it can be very sharp.
So what we did was after we took this out, we bent in the edges with pliers, kind of like this, so it looked like that. And then we took a full can and we made this one bigger around the edges, so that way it would fit over this one. Like this.
We have made a hole here so we can put our fuel inside. And then we put the crimped can into the flared can. And now we will squeeze them together.
Okay, so after we fitted these together, we used our sharpened metal object to push in a series of holes around the edges. And you want to make them really small because you can always make them bigger, but you can never make them smaller. And you want the holes small enough to where you want the holes big enough to where the gases can come out without the can popping apart, but small enough to where the gases will come out.
We are going to insert a self-tapping metal screw. But if you don't have a self-tapping metal screw, you can also use a penny, as the penny's weight will keep in the pressure.
We are going to cut this hook off a metal coat hanger to make the handle for our pot. Our pot is just a washed out coffee can. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our clips, go in here, right there, and then right there. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be bent out.
Now we are going to make the holes into our coffee can. I'm going to use a punch and a hammer, but if you do not have that, you can use a nail and a rock.
So we bent our hanger up. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put it in these holes.
Now that we have completed our stove and our pot, we're going to make a rack so we can put the pot over the stove with another coat hanger.
We have bent our coat hanger into this basic shape, and now we are going to add support pieces to help keep our pot in place. You just add one here, and you'll want to add one down here. Now that we have our stove, our rack, and our pot complete, we need to light the stove. We have already fueled it with a denatured alcohol, and we have replaced our screw or pinning. Now to prime it, we are going to splash a little of the denatured alcohol around the stove and light it. And pretty soon, as you can see, we have started to get flames coming out of our holes. Then we place the rack on and our pot of water. Now we are ready to boil water.